Good evening, I'm Stephanie Seacos. It's Friday, July 31st. This is CTV News at 11:30. Tonight, turbulent talks. WestJet passengers worry their travel plans are up in the air amid a possible strike. Then sounding the alarm. The calls for a national alert system for vulnerable people following the death of a young autistic boy. And later, saving snow. How a Maritime ski hills experiment is standing up to the hot, sunny weather.
Live from our Maritime's News Center, this is CTV News. Here is Stephanie Seacos.
Thanks for joining us. Bruce Frisco is off tonight. WestJet is beginning to park its fleet of 737 aircraft as negotiations with flight attendants grinds on and a Sunday strike deadline looms. On the busiest travel long weekend of the summer, passengers in the Maritimes, many with tickets on those direct flights to Europe, are being told to watch events closely. CTV's Jesse Thomas reports.
Things look normal near the WestJet departure terminal at the Halifax Stanfield International Airport. All flights were on schedule and lineups were moving smoothly this morning. But below the surface was some anxiousness over the possibility of a strike disrupting travel.
And hearing that is like a little disappointing because I'm looking forward to going home on time, and it's I just hope there's no delays. I hope everything's good on their end. DeAndrea
White is flying to Toronto for 3 days before a flight home to Jamaica. She's hopeful the two sides can come to an agreement and avoid a strike.
Knowing that, I will definitely try to arrange something just in case. Hopefully I won't have to though.
WestJet flight attendants filed a 72-hour notice for strike action that could come into effect on Sunday. The union, representing the more than 4,000 cabin crew, says employees should be paid for all work duties, such as ground tasks. WestJet has said all duties are compensated through a credit hour system rather than an hourly rate. But both QP, the union representing the workers, and WestJet, which is the second largest air carrier in the country, continue to bargain for an agreement. There's hope from passengers here on the ground that a deal can be reached to avoid a strike and any disruption to travel during the busy summer season.
I mean, it could have an impact on the industry as well as, extra expenses for everybody. So in that regard, yeah, I hope that it's resolved quickly.
The Halifax International Airport Authority says they're monitoring the situation closely. And if a strike does play out, travel to and from the airport won't be disrupted. But they encourage travelers to arrive early for scheduled flights.
And folks specifically traveling with WestJet, we encourage them to reach out directly to their airline, check WestJet's website for any travel advisories and updates, and then we in turn are amplifying any shared messages on our website and social media channels.
Jesse Thomas, CTV News, Halifax.
Get the Maritime's top stories, breaking news alerts, and watch live. Download the CTV News app.
There have been many housing announcements in New Brunswick over the past year, but perhaps none as significant as the one today in Moncton. CTV's Derek Haggett has more on what makes this different.
When Dale Hicks and his housing initiative took possession of this building 2 years ago, he had a vision for what it might look like. The final result is way beyond that vision.
To create 30 units of housing for seniors and have, there's 6 in there that are barrier-free units. And to couple that with the medical clinic on the bottom is just something at that point in time we hadn't realized.
An affordable 30-unit seniors complex is almost complete. It's a nearly $10 million project with funding coming from all 3 levels of government. Built in 1985, the former office space for an insurance company had been sitting vacant for years until Rising Tide purchased it. Massive renovations done on all 3 floors and a Horizon Medical Clinic built on the ground level. 10 doctors with 4 more to come.
I'm pleased to announce that our team will be onboarding every resident without a primary care provider into our patient as soon as they move in.
This is very significant. I was just saying that, we need models like this throughout the province. This is wonderful. This is what we need for our aging population.
The housing minister says Moncton is in an affordable housing crisis, but projects like this help reduce the wait list.
There are now over 4,000 people on the wait list in this community alone for affordable housing. We have well over 500 chronically homeless people living in Moncton.
The units will rent at or below the average market cost for comparable housing. Dale Hicks says the age requirement for tenants is 65 and over, and the first group of seniors should be able to move in by the end of August or early September. Derek Haggett, CTV News, Moncton.
RCMP in Nova Scotia now believe the recent deaths of 10,000 chickens at a farm near Lunenburg were the result of a deliberate bid to hurt the animals. Investigators have confirmed someone broke into the poultry barn in Pine Grove last Saturday and switched off ventilation fans, which resulted in temperatures inside reaching 37 degrees Celsius. The Mounties say nothing was stolen from the building and nothing was damaged. They're trying to determine what motivated the crime. Members of the public are being asked to come forward if they have any information about this case. The improper disposal of a battery is being blamed for a fire at a Nova Scotia waste and recycling facility. The fire broke out early Thursday morning at a Valley Waste transfer station in Clarence East. Officials say the fire was ignited by a damaged lithium-ion battery, which are typically found in cell phones, cordless tools, and other electronic devices. When these batteries are crushed or damaged, they can spark a fire. Officials say in the past 3 years, Valley Waste has dealt with 8 other smaller fires caused by lithium-ion batteries, including a fire last year in Kentville that damaged a large trailer. There are growing calls for a national alert system for vulnerable people following the death of an 11-year-old Alberta boy. The autistic boy from Calgary was missing 13 days before his body was found in a culvert. CTV's Anna Mandan spoke to one mother deeply affected by the death.
It's devastating.
Crystal Venator knows all too well the fear many families with autistic children live with. Her son Stalin is autistic, nonverbal, and has complex medical needs. That's why the disappearance and death of 11-year-old Parker Wells in Calgary resonated so deeply with her and her family.
That could be my son. That could be my family. And honestly, seeing somebody living your worst nightmare, it's just devastating.
The similarities don't stop there. Like Parker, Stalin is 11, and he has escaped from home before.
When you're like calling his name and searching for him, it's a terrifying feeling that, it's hard to put into words.
She's joining calls for a national alert system for vulnerable people so that when they go missing, alerts are sent out as soon as possible.
There's no alert system for vulnerable persons in any province or territory in Canada, and so they had to get special permission to issue an alert, and that took 2 days. And we know that when someone goes missing, that time is very critical.
She's not alone. A Change.org petition has garnered over 29,000 signatures proposing an at-risk alert to fill that gap. It was started by a Calgarian mother of an autistic boy. And yesterday, federal opposition leader Pierre Poilievre also called for an alert system for vulnerable people.
This is something that is very close to home for a lot, including, a bunch of other leaders that have autistic children.
Meanwhile, Venator says her son wears Project Lifesaver, a radio frequency tracking bracelet, and has since he was 3. She wants them to be more widely available.
Ideally, we would love to see Project Lifesaver available to any family that could use it.
Anna Mandan, CTV News.
A former provincial PC cabinet minister turned Liberal wants to be the next leader of the party in Nova Scotia. Becky Drouin, the Liberal MLA for Lunenburg, made the announcement today. A lawyer, Drouin served as Justice Minister in Tim Houston's government until she left last fall, citing differences with the leadership. She served as an independent until May, when she joined the third-place Liberals. Amanda Momberquette is the only other candidate approved in the leadership race. A traffic note as we head into the long weekend. One of the Halifax Harbor bridges will be closed on Sunday. On August 2nd, the McDonald will be off limits to vehicles from 8 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. This is to accommodate the 1-mile Harbor Hustle Run in the morning and the Bridge Walk in the afternoon. It's all part of Natal Day weekend events. The McKay Bridge will remain open. Time now for a quick break. Still to come tonight, Kaylin Mitchell will have your August long weekend forecast. But next, full house.
Everybody is ready to go.
Hotel rooms in Cape Breton have filled up for the long weekend as the banner tourism season continues. We'll have that story after the break. A common sign around the Cabot Trail and elsewhere in Cape Breton this summer is no vacancy. What might be frustrating for visitors is great news for tourism operators enjoying a banner season so far. Here's CTV's Ryan McDonald.
If you were looking for a room at this hotel along the Sydney waterfront for the long weekend, you might be out of luck.
Sold out. We have weddings, sports teams coming in, lots of bus tours from Canada, the U.S.
The August long weekend is often one of the busiest on their calendar. This year, that's even more so the case.
100% it is, and you know what? Everybody is ready to go.
Well, the August long weekend is typically the peak of the peak season.
While places like the Cabot Trail are always busy this time of year, the head of Destination Cape Breton says this time rooms are scarce all over the island.
We did a quick scan, and just about everywhere is either completely booked or close to being completely booked. So we should see occupancy rates, above 90%.
Ballparking probably in the vicinity from 500 to 1,000 people from out of town. Probably another 500 to 1,000 of people coming home for the championship.
Looking beyond the long weekend, the Canadian Little League Championship is being held in Glace Bay starting Monday. While teams are being housed at Cape Breton University, others who are not staying with family will be paying for a room.
Well, you went to a call hotel today for a 10-day stay during the championship. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find one. And that includes Airbnbs in the area as well.
Destination Cape Breton says there are still some rooms available here and there, so while you can't quite hang a no vacancy sign over the Canso Causeway for this long weekend, it's pretty close. Ryan McDonald, CTV News, Sydney.
At the height of summer on this long weekend, we're going to talk about snow. A couple of months back, we told you Martok Ski Hill was trying to save a snow pile for next season. Today, CTV's Callum Smith went back to see how it's doing.
If you think this massive mound of snow looks out of place, you're certainly not alone.
Some people believe we have hot air underneath it, and it's a sophisticated April Fool's joke.
I first introduced you to this snow pile back in April and can prove it's not an April Fool's joke. Before it was tarped, 19,000 cubic meters of snow was piled up. Looking to take advantage of last year's successful season at Martok, reaching 100 days in operation for the first time in a decade. While snow storage is more common in Europe and even BC, Martok's CEO believes this is the lowest elevation where snow-saving efforts like this have been attempted.
We are bridging, 9 months. That's a completely different ballgame, right? It's for sure one of the more challenging climates this has been attempted.
Despite the warm weather, the snow pile is taking summer in stride, faring better than expected. Initial projections figured they'd lose up to 50%. So far, only 15% of the mound has disappeared.
Seeing such low melt so far is absolutely fantastic. What we would love to see is to lose only 35%.
But the worst is yet to come.
We'll see what August does. That's what we were warned by the experts is the toughest month for the survival.
As an aside, they're comparing the insulating geotextile fabric to the old-fashioned way, good old sawdust.
We wanted to run a little experiment. What is the difference in loss of snow?
Looking at early to mid-December for opening, either part of one run and the Bunny Hill or one narrow full run. But they're already setting their snowy sights on the following winter.
We would love to expand the snow storage as well, so we would be able to open just purely on snow from snow storage at least one run.
Callum Smith, CTV News, Martok, Nova Scotia.
Time for a quick break. When we return, we'll have your complete maritime weather forecast. But first, the August long weekend was off to a nice start along the Halifax waterfront. Coming up, Kaylin will tell us about some sunny days and when we could see the rain return. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Meteorologist Kaylin Mitchell joins us now with your maritime weather forecast. And the important question here is, how is the long weekend looking?
Not bad. The mornings are going to start off a little bit cloudy, and there'll be some fog around. Even tomorrow morning, a few parts of the Maritimes with the chance of some showers. But the afternoon should see the sun break through. Sunday looks like it'll be generally what I would consider the fairest weather day of the three, with a mix of sun and cloud, most widespread in the Maritimes, some pretty warm temperatures. And then on Monday, we do have some showers that'll be returning to the region. Our current weather system is a low pressure system. This is the one we've been dealing with through the end of this week. It's the one that brought in some pretty widespread areas of rain and showers on Thursday, accompanied by some downpours and thunderstorms, and today some scattered showers and once again a few thunderstorms, especially in the province of Nova Scotia. Now, taking a look at our forecast timeline for cloud cover and precipitation for the rest of tonight, it is a mostly cloudy sky into the start of the day for tomorrow. There's a chance of showers, mostly around the east of Nova Scotia, eastern parts of Prince Edward Island, north shore of Nova Scotia, the eastern shore, and Cape Breton. Now, as we move from the morning into the afternoon, most of those showers should come to an end. Morning fog patches will be dissipating. The sky will clear the most in northern and western areas of New Brunswick on Saturday. So that's where there will be the most sunshine, though even for other parts of the Maritimes, I am expecting some sunny breaks afternoon into early evening. Taking a look at the winds in the forecast for Saturday, they're mostly going to be out of the north and northwest and sustained between 10 and 20 kilometers per hour with a few gusts between 20 and 40. Now, we're still going to have the humidity around for both tonight and the weekend. That means the temperatures aren't going to be cooling off all that much for tonight. Most of the lows will fall into a range of around 14 to 18 degrees, but still feeling closer to 20 with a level of humidity in the air. Highs in the forecast for tomorrow in the north of New Brunswick, mostly between 24 and 26, but feeling into the low 30s with the humidex. And central and southern areas of New Brunswick, it's a very similar forecast. A lot of high temperatures between 24 and 27. They're close to 22 for Moncton in the southeast. And for Prince Edward Island for tomorrow, high temperatures between 19 and 22 degrees, but feeling into the mid to high 20s with the humidity. And there will be a chance of a shower in the morning, as there will be for Cape Breton, parts of the east of mainland Nova Scotia. High temperatures tomorrow between 20 and 22 degrees. Through northern and central parts of the province, 22 for Amherst, 23 for Truro, and for the city centres, Halifax and Dartmouth, but again feeling into the mid to high 20s with the humidex. Mid-20s in the forecast for the Annapolis Valley, feeling into the low 30s. And on the south shore of Nova Scotia, high temperatures between 22 and 25 degrees. The day starts off cloudy with some fog and then some sunny breaks expected in the afternoon. Taking a look at our 7-day forecast coming up on Sunday for New Brunswick. Mix of sun and cloud. Very warm. High temperatures up around the high 20s and still muggy. Showers return to the forecast on Monday, but then it's followed by a mix of sun and cloud on Tuesday and some hot temperatures in the forecast for next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Chance of showers on Friday. For Nova Scotia, in the forecast coming up at the end of the weekend on Sunday, the day starts off with some cloud and some fog, but the afternoon a mix of sun and cloud. There'll be some showers returning to the province late in the day on Monday, followed by a chance of some showers into Tuesday morning. After that, the showers clear away, and it's looking sunny and quite warm for Wednesday and Thursday of next week, and then a chance of showers on Friday. And finally, for Prince Edward Island, coming up on Sunday, clearing to a mix of sun and cloud, highs near 26. Showers arriving late in the day on Monday, clearing through early Tuesday morning. After that, a mix of sun and cloud, warm Wednesday, Thursday of next week, and a chance of showers on Friday. Stephanie.
Thanks, Kaylin. We'll take a short break now. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
Athletes young and old will lace up their sneakers this weekend for the annual FC 21 Canada basketball tournament. CTV's Mike Lamb hit the court for this story.
It's the world's most unique basketball tournament, Full Court 21 or FC 21 CA. It's not 1-on-1, not 2-on-2, not 3-on-3, not 4-on-4, not 5-on-5. It's the world's only application of 1v5 hoops. Nowhere else on the planet does it like we do it. We started in 2013 in New York City, and I watched for 2 years before I brought it here to Canada. We do 5 cities in Canada. There's no out of bounds, and normally when we play the game of 21, or St. Mary's as they call it in Halifax, it's a half-court game where you are against everyone else on the court, whether it be 1v3, 1v5, whatever it is. First one at 21, and instead of doing just half court, we do it full court. We have a youth division for ages 5 to 13. It's free in the morning from 9 to 10:30. And then we start up with the adults and the teens later on. Come on out. Registration's on site at 12 p.m. Games start promptly at 1 p.m. If you win, you qualify for a chance to play in New York City, the All-World Finals, with all these cities around the world we compete against. And just so you know, Canada has won 6 consecutive, 6 straight championships in New York City. We're going for our 7th. Is it going to be you?
This is amazing. I played 21 growing up. It's how I sharpen my skills. It's so much creativity. And when I saw there was a tournament, 2016, I believe, I was like, boom, I'm signing up. It was the hardest thing I ever did. And we never played it full court either. We always played half court. So, and ever since I've been a supporter. Bill and I have become friends ever since, and Bill is who actually suggested I apply to design this court. The last one I played in was 2023 and destroyed my knee, and I said I'm retired after.
Can I let you in on a secret? You know what you have to do to win this game? Play basketball. Who knew?
Time now for one last break. Coming up next, your wake-up weather for Saturday. But first, here's a live look at Moncton, where it's 17 degrees right now. Kaylin will be back to break down the morning forecast when we come back.
Tuesday on Your Morning Atlantic, let's work out.
Grab your sneakers and join us at Anytime Fitness. From experienced lifters to someone's first visit, we'll learn more about this 24-hour gym.
Tuesday on Your Morning Atlantic, live on CTV2 and Crave.
Let's see how your Saturday is shaping up. Kaylin is back now with your wake-up weather, and a little bit of a foggy start depending on where you are.
Yes, that's right, because at the start of the day on Saturday, it's going to be cloudy, and there's going to be some patchy showers, drizzle, and fog. The highest chance of showers will be mostly in the east of Nova Scotia. Now, moving from the morning into the afternoon, there'll be some improvement. The most sunshine is expected through northern and western areas of New Brunswick, but even other parts of the Maritime should get into some sunny breaks Saturday afternoon. Most of the high temperatures will be around the low to mid-20s, but we still have that high level of humidity. So when we're talking about humidex values, many communities will feel into the high 20s and some into the low 30s. Stephanie.
Thanks, Kaylin. Finally for us tonight, events to commemorate Emancipation Day have begun in Halifax. A flag raising was held at Province House this morning ahead of Emancipation Day, which is tomorrow. On August 1st, 1834, the Slavery Abolition Act took effect across the British Empire. The legislation formally ended the legal enslavement of more than 800,000 people of African descent. Emancipation Day celebrations are also slated for the Halifax waterfront tomorrow, starting at 11 a.m.
2026.
And that will do it for us tonight. A reminder, if you joined us late or would like another look at any of our stories, you can always visit our website, ctvnewsatlantic.ca. It's your home for news. We'll leave you now with the names of everyone here who make our broadcast possible, along with some scenic shots from around the Halifax area. Thanks for watching tonight, and have a great long weekend.